Welcome to another video game from the 90s. This one's called Rodent for the Super Nintendo. This is the only game that nobody reviews that much. Except for snes Hunk. I reviewed this game already months ago. The basic plot of this game is you are Rodent, the only playable character that you have to rescue from the mafia from not overpaying them, and then to get his daughter back that's been kidnapped. And if you help him, he start a restaurant and he can eat all he wants, which is pretty dark for a kid's game. Anyways, the game starts and you're playing Rodent, obviously. His main weapon is not to only jump on enemies like every platforming video game cliche that we've seen many times. That you can jump on enemies or some of them don't. This game, your only weapon is using hair. The graphics in this game are actually pretty good. I remember renting this when I was a kid and a bit younger. Or rent them from video store where I can rent video games and movies. I could not get past this stage because it's really hard. Or you take like 2 hits. 1 hit you'll lose your hair, 2nd you'll die. And kind of like Mario, gets his power up but loses it. This game is done by the company called Rodent. In this game you get like different abilities. Use your hair weapon, and you can use the mohawk that can lift you to higher places and use it as a boomerang and get food for help, power up items. The red one you have to secure, or other words for it, poke them in the sides. Shish kebab them. Yeah, that's the word. Shish kebab them. There's just not much else to say about this game, except for getting like pretty cool different hairdos. The green one is like a grappling hook to swing to side. And while you get a different hairdo, where you get a bird buddy that'll help you on the way. Which is pretty neat, that you don't see any mascot video game characters having hairdo as weapons. From the early 90s. The soundtrack, I don't got much else to say about it. It's pretty forgettable. This game does have a few problems here and there. For instance, your character can be pretty much weak to take like 2 hits and he'll die. The bosses are not that memorable either. And why this game would have a time limit, I don't know why. There's just not much else to say about this game at all. Other than touching the challenges on the way. But to this game's credit, and you get different types of hairdo that are pretty neat. And sometimes pretty useful. I would not forgive this game on how much the backgrounds would look exactly the same most of the time. So it's like, what, Snes Drunk says, aka SNES Drunk says, and it gets a little bit, word for it, boring. It's kind of disappointing. This game could have had a sequel. In Japan, it's called Inferno Head. Now, that's pretty awesome. I'm a little bit disappointed that nobody talks about this game that much. Also, not to mention there's like 12 stages in this game. And this game kind of reminds me of Nero Acrobat, which I'll also get to pretty soon. And a few still images of the words that the characters say. And the sound effects are alright, I guess. Actually, the only sound effect you hear is Rocky Rodent's voice sound. It's kind of disappointing that this game could have gotten a little bit better, really exciting, really good. They can always give you like different hairdos that are quite useful, like having a helicopter to fly in most places, or ones that'll turn into a powerful cartoon fist, or ones that'll turn to the shape of a bomb. That would be pretty awesome. Oh yeah, not to mention there's like a spring, help you to most higher places that you can't reach, and find a few enemies. And some of them will be basically the same ones over and over again. I almost forgot to mention the level designs. And will be pretty much be a city level, obviously a haunted house you just saw, a sewer level, and finally the final stage is also a part of the city, which is basically the same thing, in a clock tower, where you come face to face the final boss, which is obviously the bad guy. Yeah, just playing the bad guy, because these villains are not that interesting, or half names at all. So here's the ending of the game. This game is not terrible, it's not bad, it's just an alright game. It's okay. It's just not that memorable to many people that wants to review pretty much a forgettable game from the early 90s. And I get it. And not too many mascot video game characters get sequels. They're just left beyond the dust to be left behind, forgotten, never getting a reboot or sequel, or ever imagined ever again, or be part of different art. Because I'm a little bit sad that most video game characters like Rocky Rodent deserves to have a perfectly good comeback, like of getting a reboot, like 2D, the hand-drawn animation style. Just give him a pretty good comeback, like a short or animated movie, or at least remastered this game for the Nintendo Switch for kids. This game came out in 1993 or 94, whatever. So, I get this game a 6 out of 10. It's not really terrible. It's just kind of, and a word for it, bland. I just wish this game would have more to it instead of a simple plot story. But I guess if you're like a huge platforming video game fan, I would stick with Mario or Sonic. Like, this game is left beyond the past and not to be mentioned or heard from ever again. So it's kind of disappointing that this game does not get that much credit at all, or not too many people review. Pretty much the most forgettable games out there, platforming mascots. So, I guess if you like to spend your money on interesting platforming games, this game is for you. But if you find the game too boring and bland, or most likely the backgrounds are the same and the music ain't that memorable, then this game is not for you. So, like I said, save your money on Mario or Sonic games out there. This is Eli signing out, so catch you all in the next videos. Goodbye!